You wake up exhausted before your day even begins. Your mind races with deadlines, responsibilities, and that constant low-level anxiety that never seems to go away. Modern life is draining you dry, but what if the cure has been growing beneath our feet for thousands of years? Ancient cultures did not have pharmaceuticals, yet they thrived using nature's pharmacy. Today, we're bringing those forgotten remedies back into the light. 1. The stress epidemic no one's talking about. We're more connected than ever, yet loneliness and burnout are at all-time highs. Your great-grandparents did not need stress management techniques. Their daily lives were already aligned with nature's rhythms. Modern science confirms what herbalists knew centuries ago. Chronic stress is not just in your head. It rewires your nervous system, weakens immunity, and even changes your DNA. But here's the good news. Your body already knows how to heal. You just need to give it the right tools. The World Health Organization now calls stress the health epidemic of the 21st century. Yet we keep treating it like a personal failing rather than what it really is, a biological mismatch between our ancient nervous systems and modern demands. Think about this. Your body still reacts to an overflowing inbox the same way your ancestors reacted to saber-toothed tigers. That pounding heart? Shortness of breath? It's the same survival response, except now there's no physical release. The cortisol that once helped you run from predators now pools in your system, disrupting everything from digestion to memory. But here's what's fascinating. Indigenous cultures that maintain traditional lifestyles show virtually none of our modern stress disorders. The Hadza people of Tanzania, one of the last hunter-gatherer societies, experience stress only in short bursts during actual danger, not the chronic, low-grade anxiety that plagues modern life. Their secret is not superior willpower, it's daily practices we foolishly abandoned. Simple acts like morning sunlight exposure, rhythmic movement, and plant medicines keep their stress response in check naturally. 2. The root that outsmarts cortisol. Meet ashwagandha, the ancient herb that's more effective than most modern anti-anxiety drugs. Studies show it lowers cortisol by up to 30% within weeks. Unlike prescription meds, it does not numb you. It helps your body adapt naturally. Picture this. Farmers in India have used it for 3,000 years to recover from grueling physical labor. Now, Silicon Valley CEOs sneak it into their smoothies. The best part? You do not need some expensive supplement. A simple tea made from the root can work wonders. Ashwagandha's magic lies in its ability to act as a thermostat for your stress response rather than just masking symptoms. While Xanax forces your brain into submission, ashwagandha contains withanolides that gently teach your adrenal glands to stop overreacting. A 2019 study in Medicine found participants taking ashwagandha showed significantly greater reductions in stress markers compared to placebo, and unlike pharmaceuticals, benefits increased over time. The traditional Ayurvedic method of preparation makes all the difference. Modern supplements often isolate compounds, but Indian healers always used the whole root, simmered in milk with warming spices. This traditional milk decoction method increases bioavailability, something science is just now understanding. For maximum effect, try taking it with a fat source like ghee or coconut oil. And timing matters. Taking it at night taps into its natural synergy with your body's cortisol rhythm, helping you wake up refreshed instead of wired. 3. Your kitchen is a stress relief pharmacy. That turmeric sitting in your spice rack? It's a powerful anti-inflammatory that calms your nervous system. Ginger is not just for nausea, it boosts serotonin production. Even humble chamomile, the tea your grandma swore by, contains compounds that bind to the same brain receptors as Valium. These are not alternative remedies. They're time-tested solutions Big Pharma hopes you'll ignore. The turning point comes when you realize stress relief does not have to be complicated or expensive. Consider cinnamon, not just for sprinkling on toast. Medieval physicians used it to warm the heart and lift the spirits. And modern research shows why. It regulates blood sugar spikes that trigger anxiety. A 2016 study found just 1 gram of cinnamon daily significantly reduced blood sugar fluctuations in pre-diabetics. When your glucose levels roller coaster, your stress hormones follow suit. The real power comes when you combine these kitchen remedies. Turmeric's curcumin boosts BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, essentially fertilizer for your neurons, while black pepper's piperine increases absorption by 2,000%. Our ancestors did not use single herbs. They created synergistic blends. Try this. Golden milk with turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, and a pinch of black pepper before bed. It's not just comforting. It's neuroscience in a mug, reducing inflammation that makes your brain hypersensitive to stress. 4. The dirty secret about adaptogens. Here's what most wellness influencers will not tell you. Not all adaptogenic herbs work for everyone. Rhodiola might make your neighbors in, but leave you wired. Holy basil could be your miracle or do nothing at all. The key is personal experimentation. Start with small doses. Keep a journal. Your ancestors did not follow generic protocols. They learned what their unique bodies needed. The adaptogen paradox explains why these herbs frustrate Western medicine. They're not drugs with predictable, immediate effects. They're more like personal trainers for your stress response, strengthening your resilience over weeks and months. Siberian ginseng, eleuthero, for instance, works best when taken cyclically, 3 weeks on, 1 week off, mimicking the seasonal availability our ancestors would have experienced. Dosing is another overlooked factor. Traditional Chinese medicine often uses adaptogens in tiny amounts throughout the day rather than one large dose. Try splitting your ashwagandha or rhodiola into morning and afternoon servings. Watch for subtle signs. Better focus during afternoon slumps, fewer cravings. Or that moment when you realize a traffic jam did not spike your heart rate like it used to. These are the real markers of adaptogens working. 5. Why your gut is controlling your anxiety. Modern science is just catching up to what Ayurvedic doctors knew millennia ago. Your gut is your second brain. Nearly 90% of serotonin is produced there. When your gut microbiome is out of balance, no amount of meditation will fix that underlying stress. Fermented foods like kimchi and kefir are not trends. They're ancient healing tools. Even something as simple as chewing your food thoroughly can dramatically lower stress hormones. Your gut-brain axis operates on a communication system older than language itself, the vagus nerve. This biological superhighway carries messages from gut bacteria directly to your brain's emotional centers. When UCLA researchers gave healthy women probiotic-rich yogurt for a month, brain scans showed significantly reduced reactivity in emotional centers. The kicker? The women reported no conscious difference in mood. Their bodies just stopped overreacting to minor stressors. Fermentation amplifies these benefits exponentially. Traditional sauerkraut contains up to 10 times more probiotics than commercial versions. The lactic acid bacteria in properly fermented foods produce GABA, your brain's natural Valium. Start small. A tablespoon of kimchi with meals or kefir in smoothies. Within weeks, you might notice stressful thoughts losing their sharp edges as your microbiome recalibrates. 6. The forgotten art of nervine herbs. This is where things get revolutionary. Nervines, herbs like skullcap, passion flower, and milky oats, do not just mask symptoms. They repair frayed nerves. Picture a cup of skullcap tea as liquid armor for your nervous system. These plants contain minerals like magnesium and compounds that literally nourish your neurons. The best part? They're gentle enough for daily use without side effects. Nervines work through what herbalists call trophorestoration, literally feeding and repairing nervous tissue. Milky oats. Modern research validates this. A 2017 study found passion flower extract as effective as oxazepam for generalized anxiety, without the drowsiness. The key is consistency. Nervines work best when taken daily like a multivitamin. Try alternating them. Skullcap during high-stress periods, milky oats for recovery, passion flower at night. Unlike pharmaceuticals, their benefits compound over time as they nourish rather than suppress your nervous system. 7. How to hack your circadian rhythm like a monk. Your smartphone is not the only blue light disrupting your sleep. Modern electric lighting tricks your brain into perpetual daytime mode. Ancient cultures followed the sun, and their cortisol levels were perfectly synchronized. Try this. For 1 week, dim all lights after sunset. Use candles or amber bulbs. You'll be shocked how quickly your body remembers its natural rhythm. Combine this with a mug of tulsi tea before bed, and you've got a sleep cocktail more powerful than any sleeping pill. The circadian disruption goes deeper than sleep. Morning sunlight exposure, something our ancestors got automatically, triggers cortisol to peak at the right time, making it drop properly by evening. A 2018 study in Scientific Reports found office workers with windows had more regular cortisol rhythms than windowless coworkers. No windows? Step outside within an hour of waking, even on cloudy days. Natural light is 50 times brighter than indoor lighting. The amber light trick has military applications. Navy pilots use red lens filters before night missions to preserve night vision. Similarly, avoiding blue light after sunset prevents melatonin suppression. Try this experiment. Wear blue-blocking glasses from sundown until bed for 3 nights. Most people report falling asleep faster and waking more refreshed, not because the glasses are magic, but because they remove an unnatural stressor we've accepted as normal. 8. The breathing technique warriors used before battle. Pranayama is not just yoga studio fluff. Navy SEALs now use the 4-7-8 breathing method. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8, to stay calm under gunfire. This works because it directly stimulates your vagus nerve, the off switch for fight or flight mode. Pair it with a whiff of lavender oil, another ancient trick, and you've got an instant stress reset anywhere, anytime. The 4-7-8 method works by exploiting a basic physiological law. You cannot be in sympathetic, fight or flight, and parasympathetic, rest digest, modes simultaneously. Extending the exhale triggers the mammalian diving reflex, the same mechanism that lets SEALs slow their heart rate during deep dives. Navy SEALs combine this with box breathing 4-4-4-4 for high-stakes situations where overoxygenation could cause lightheadedness. Lavender's power comes from linalool, a compound that acts on GABA receptors similarly to anti-anxiety meds, but without tolerance buildup. A 2022 meta-analysis found lavender oil inhalation reduced preoperative anxiety as effectively as midazolam. For maximum effect, pair it with breath work. Place a drop on your palms, rub them together, cup them over your nose, and breathe deeply. The combination creates a rapid stress reset you can use before presentations, difficult conversations, or panic attacks. 9. Why stress makes you crave sugar, and the fix. That afternoon crash is not lack of willpower, it's biology. Chronic stress depletes magnesium, making you crave quick energy. Instead of reaching for candy, try this, a teaspoon of maca root powder in your coffee. Incan warriors used it for endurance, and it stabilizes blood sugar better than any protein bar. The real breakthrough happens when you realize willpower is a myth, your body is just asking for the right nutrients. Stress-induced cravings follow a vicious cycle. Cortisol spikes insulin resistance, blood sugar crashes more stress hormones. Maca breaks this cycle by supporting adrenal function. Peruvian highlanders have used it for centuries to endure extreme altitudes. It helps cells use oxygen more efficiently. A 2016 study in evidence-based complementary medicine found maca reduced psychological symptoms of stress better than placebo in postmenopausal women. The adaptogenic sweet spot? Try raw maca for energy, great pre-workout, or gelatinized maca for easier digestion. Start with 1/2 teaspoon daily in smoothies or oatmeal. Unlike sugar that burns out your adrenals, maca provides sustained energy by supporting, not overriding, your natural rhythms. Within weeks, you might notice afternoon slumps disappearing as your body relearns how to regulate energy without crashes. 10. Creating your personal stress-proofing ritual. This is not about adding more to your to-do list. It's about weaving microdoses of ancient wisdom into your existing routine. A 30-second breathing exercise while your coffee brews. A pinch of adaptogenic powder in your soup. 5 minutes of barefoot grounding in your backyard. These small acts compound into profound resilience. The ancients did not have self-care Sundays. They had daily practices woven seamlessly into life. Now it's your turn. Start with one remedy today, just one. Maybe it's swapping your afternoon soda for Tulsi tea, or trying the 4-7-8 breath during your commute. Let me know in the comments which ancient remedy you're excited to try. And if this opened your eyes to nature's pharmacy, share it with someone who's drowning in modern stress. Together, we can bring these forgotten solutions back where they belong, into our daily lives.